Good evening, everybody. Well, technically at my house, it's not evening right now, and you're probably wondering, Angie, why are you not here at our regular time on Moving On Up Day? We've got this in our agenda, and you are cramping our style. And I'm here to tell you that I'm involved in something for a 10-week course, actually. So this is week 2 of my 10. Where I'm doing some education on mental health and addictions to be of support to someone in my family. And it's very important for me as a mom to take this. And I also feel that it's very important for me as a director, as a sister sales director to my other Moving On Up girls, that I do my share and I do my part. So I have decided, along with, of course, their approval, that I'm going to pre-record in this next couple of, it's only going to be a couple for me in this 10 weeks. I'm going to pre-record so that I can still do my part and keep my word to my sister sales directors and to you that I would be here. And I'm also can do what I need to do to be the best mom and the best support system and just advance my knowledge in this area as well. It's important that I do this. And so thank you for being, having a little grace with me during this time. So tonight I've kind of entitled this "The Straight Talk with Ange." And I was like, I just have all these great ideas, not even ideas, I have all these thoughts that I just really feel called to express to you. And so that's what tonight's going to be. Now it's going to be a little bit different because normally I can, see your cute little faces and have that interaction happening, and I can't. So it's going to be just the straight talk with Ange. And I hope that you gain something of value from what I want to share with you today. So I want to start out by saying I am so pumped that it is the launch of a new catalog. This never gets old for me. And the reason I love it so much is because sometimes, a lot of times, with the release of a new catalog is some discontinuations of products or, things like that. And so what I'm really pumped about is that there is every reason that you can think of right now to phone people. Right? If you have customers who love the True Dimensions lipsticks, you can call them and say, look, I can still get them. They're in the discontinued section, but I can still get most colors. You can phone people who are wrinkled and say, we've got new boosters and they're pretty fantastic. You may want to give this a try. You can phone people that have really dry skin and tell them we have another booster that's going to help with hydration. We can phone people who are lipstick lovers and say, we've got super cute 8 new shades that are out, and I would love for you to give some a try and give me your opinion on what you like the best, so that when I stock my shelves that I have the products that are most likely to sell. So I would love your opinion. We have hand lotions, we have mini masking sets, we have the little Skin Sonic brush holder, so you can phone your people who already have the Skin Sonic brush. You can phone people who already have charcoal mask or moisture renewing gel mask. You can phone people who have already purchased satin hands from you. So you have every reason to call people who are already in your customer base. Isn't that awesome? And the next thing, you can phone people who aren't, and just people that you think that may be interested in the product. You might have people who've said to you, man, you're looking good. I feel like my skin looks really old these days. And you can be like, hey, remember when we were at soccer the other day and you mentioned your skin feeling like you thought it looked a little bit old? We have a new product and I would love for you to be on my test panel, right? So you can phone those people. So you have every reason to connect with past, present customers, and just when they pop in to get things, you can show them what's new, and future, you can use this to book. So I love when the product launches, a new catalog launches, because the world is my oyster, right? And so you want to make sure that you're really using that every single time. Another thing too is with a little bit of price increase that's happened, small plug first, with this whole price increase, I have to tell you that I have been using Mary Kay since I was 17. That's a lot of years ago, I know. But when I was 17, I started using the product, and the eye makeup remover then was $17.50. With this in price increase now, it's 21. And so in 30 plus years, it's only gone up that much. To me, that is amazing. Amazing. So if anybody wants to complain about price increases, what I've been telling my customers is like, hey guys, I don't want you to think this happens all the time, because quite honestly, I've been part of this company now for almost 2 years. And I don't see price increases happen very much. In fact, and then I give my eye makeup remover story. So with the cost of, shipping and all of that going up, and just raw ingredients and all the sort of price increases we've seen in the last couple of years, especially, it's our turn, but it's quite insignificant. So I'm also putting my VoluFirm set customers on my list of people to call, because that is a $10 increase for that set. So that may be the difference between someone ordering one from you right now. So I know the prices have already increased, but I also know that I have stock. So if you're someone like me that does carry inventory, you can phone your customers now and say, you know what I have in my store right now is the previous price. Anything that I order from here on in is going to be that extra price. So for right now, you can still get it for the, $1 or $2 or $10 less. Okay, so you can use that. All right. Now, I want you to know that there has never been a more right time to be a part of Mary Kay. There's so much going on in the world, wouldn't you agree? Like, if you wanted to get caught up in everything that's going on, you totally could. Like, I do not watch the news, because quite honestly, I do, and I can feel my anxiety do this. Like, it's not good stuff right now. If anything really serious happens, someone will tell you. You don't need to know. But turn off the news and don't get wrapped up in that. Because there's a really, really, really good time right now to be doing Mary Kay, and for so many reasons. And I know you know a lot of them. Number one that I can think of from the words of this mouth is our product is phenomenal. And it just, every time I think they can't get much better, they do. So I'm in love with these boosters. Again, epic fail. I didn't do my before picture. I didn't do with retinol. I didn't do with this. Like, seriously, Angie, when are you gonna learn? We've got excellent products. Our price point is on point. One of the facials I did last month, the girl spent $180 on the eye cream she was buying from somewhere else. What? And she couldn't believe that our mascara was only $22 for the intensity. She couldn't believe it. So we are on point with all the companies that are of the quality that's comparable to ours. We also know that the consultant count in Canada has gone down a little bit. And when we were doing the 50th anniversary, or whatever, 45 by 45, I think it was, they wanted 45,000 consultants, and it was revealed to us that now we only have 26,000. So that's quite a bit of a drop. And so there's a couple of ways you can look at this. For some people, be like, why are people not staying? And when I hear this, I go, people, this is an opportunity for me. Because if there's not as many people that are part of our company right now than there was before, what that does is it leaves Mary Kay orphans out there everywhere. And now I don't know if you've noticed, but I noticed that Andrea pointed out at some point that she'd gotten 5 new customers from her website. I don't even remember when I saw this, Andrea. So 5 new customers from her website in a certain week. I have noticed a lot more referrals on my website as well. I have noticed things on like buy and sell pages, like looking for a Mary Kay rep, and I've reached out and I've gotten, I think last month I got 4 or 5 that way. I've been getting more referrals than I've ever gotten before. Now, I don't know if it's just because I've upped my referral game or what it is, but something's happening there. People are looking for Mary Kay consultants. Our product is fantastic. It's guaranteed. It's all the good things that we love about it. But the great thing about it is that even if the consultant is no longer there, they're going to source it out. And those of us that are still here, and those of you who come regularly to the Moving On Up call that are really wanting to move up your business, now is the time to make sure people know that you're still doing this, because they're looking for a Mary Kay rep. All right. So I'm like, I'm loving the fact that we have opportunity everywhere we look. And I just listened this morning to Raven's moving on up that she did about bookings about a month ago, I think. I needed to listen to it again because, guys, I love that one. I just love her energy in it. And I just love her little points. And it just fires me up to want to get on the phone. So I was listening to that this morning. And I was just like, she's right. Everywhere we look, everywhere we go, there's people that need our product. I've had great success lately with just being, honoring what people want. It's not like I'm out there like with my Mary Kay hat and my Mary Kay this and my Mary Kay that and being like, woohoo, Mary Kay pom-poms everywhere I go. But when people bring it up, I just say, have you ever tried ours? Would you like to just try? Right? I have people now coming to me saying, oh my gosh, like you look so good. Every time I see you, you look younger. And I'm like, well, I got the ins on a pretty good product. Maybe we should give it a whirl. And I can't believe how many people lately are like, yeah, can I? And then they're coming and they're buying a Voluform set with retinol, with this, with that, with everything, because it doesn't lie. We all look good, us Mary Kay girls, and it shows up. And so we've got great opportunity right now. There's business everywhere. So this is the right time. There's never a perfect time. All right. So sometimes I hear people saying, well, I would call. Okay. Because I know one of my consultants and I talked about this morning. Yeah. And my cup does match my sweater and my earrings, and the rippy parts of my jeans also have the plaid. Very coordinated today. I have consultants who will say, well, I want to do booking calls, but it's probably their supper time, so I shouldn't call. Or they're probably putting their kids to bed. Or it's the weekend, so they're probably just having chill time with their family. You know what? If we want to look for a reason not to call, we can find one. But that shouldn't stop us, because there's never going to be a perfect time. So if someone's busy putting their kids to bed, then they won't answer their phone. And if they do, well, that's a them problem and not a you problem. So we still make the calls. I often hear too, well, I just don't know if phoning's the thing to do. People don't pick up because they think I'm a scammer and they did whatever. Okay, if you phone and they think, because I do the same thing. If I don't recognize the number, I don't pick it up. And if they don't leave a message, then clearly they are a scammer or whatever. So what do? I phone, and if they don't pick up, I leave a message. And then I also send a text saying, hi, it's Angie. I'm with Mary Kay. I'm calling you because you entered a draw for Valentine's Day or whatever. And I just wanted to make sure you didn't think I was a scammer because it's a number you don't recognize. So just give me a shout back, or whatever your message might be. So still make the calls. People need you. We have enough automated emails and texts and voice or messenger messages and all that sort of stuff. People want to talk. We need interaction. We're depleted of that. And if they don't, guess what? They don't have to pick up. But we need to be on the phone making calls. That is the best way to do our business. And I know you just avoid it. I do the same thing. I don't know what it is. My consultant and I this morning, we talked about this for a long time. Like, we know that the thing that holds everything back is not getting on the phone. But yeah, we don't get on the phone. And that's the business. It's the basic of the whole building of our businesses. It's crazy. But people, if you just stop for a minute and think, people need to talk to me. People want what I have. You're not pushy. Because if they don't want it, they can say no, and you're not going to go and jump on their doorstep and wait and hammer on the door until they answer, right? Like, you're not a stalker, so they can say no, but they might be looking for you. Because if we assume that they don't want it, and they don't know that we have the product, and they don't know that it's available, and they do want it, guess what? They'll go and get it somewhere else. And then you've lost that. And people I know would rather support local business. They would rather support the small guy. They would rather support a company that has a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So there's never a right time to call. All right. There's also, second part of this is there's never a right time to really go for it in your business. If we were thinking right now, okay, well, if Nadia was like, you know what, I'm just going to wait till the kids are a little bit older because I think it'll be easier for me then. So I'm just going to, wait until then because I think it'll be busier. So I'll just wait for us to be, a trip top unit, $1 million questing unit until my kids are bigger. All she would do is lose time. If Raven said, I'm just going to wait until the kids aren't so involved in hockey and figure skating because then I'll have so much more time. It'll just be better if I wait. And then she stalls her business because her kids are busy when she can actually use the opportunities that her kids are involved in to gain new leads. That's great. If Carol said, you know what, I'm just not feeling good right now, I'm just going to wait until I feel like 100% better. And then when my health is 100%, then I'm going to get going with business, or I'm going to wait till my teenagers are, beyond teenagers, and maybe when they're in university it'll be easier and I'll just wait with my business. All she's doing is losing time. If I said, you know what, I've got some family things going on right now, I need to be supportive for the issues that are happening in my family, I'm just going to put my business on hold and I'll pick that up later because it'll be a better time. I'm here to tell you that we do not know what the next phase of our life looks like. We do not know what the next view is around the next bend. We might think it will be easier, but there's a chance it could be harder. We could be more committed to different things. We may need to be more available to support others. There's never a perfect time. But if you use the time that you have to the best of your ability, then it pays off. It always pays off. So there were times in my business where I nose to the grindstone, especially going for big goals, right? You busted it out and you saw faces like nobody's business and you were doing career coffees and you couldn't be stopped, and it got this momentum going and it was good, and you added to your team and you built this foundation of women working, and then maybe for a while the wheels fell off. So instead of going at it 8 hours a day, you might have to scale back till you're working focus time only 3 hours a day, or whatever it might be, depending on where you are in the business. As long as you continue to do things, sometimes when there's been some things going on and a bit of a crisis here and there, and I've been like, oh, I just feel bad, I haven't been working my business. And Chad will say to me, really? You haven't been working your business? And I'll be like, well, I'm still working my business, just not it's not like I did, in June. And he's like, okay, but you're still moving forward. If you still continue to do what you need to do and do the things and do the reach outs, it always pays off. I almost feel like when I look back at my history here, the times where it was really difficult and where it would have been so convenient to just say, I'm just going to take a bit of time here. I'm just going to postpone this appointment because, the baby's sick, or, my dad needs me for, medical thing he's got, or whatever. We all have reasons, right? But I feel like those times when I do it anyway, that's when I get amazing results that actually don't even make sense. And I feel like that's just God, reaching down with just a little hand on my shoulder saying, good job, my girl, like, you did it even when it was hard. And so I hesitate to say this, but for those of you who've been waiting a long time until the time is right, it's never going to be right. You're just losing time. So do what you can in the moment, because when you can work in the moment, it pays off and it sets your foundation so that when the years go by or things come up, or we all have crisis. We're either entering one, we're in one, or we're leaving one, right? If you've done what you can when you had the chance, the opportunity, and things have been set, then it carries you through when you might have to scale back your hours a little bit. I'm on a quest right now. I'm doing a lot of personal development. I've been doing a lot of therapy. I've been doing educational courses. I've been learning about different things that are affecting our family right now. I've been doing it in part of a mastermind group, growing me as a person. I've got a coach. I'm doing all these sort of things. I'm really in a big time personal growth period of my life. And I said that to the gals this morning. I said, I don't know. I don't know if I have like what these gals need. I don't know if I have these little tips. And Nadia had said, this is the time when they might need to hear you most, right? When you're in the thick of it. Because right now, I'm learning so many things. I'm learning that there's some days where the best thing you can do is just make your next best choice and not look too far ahead. Because sometimes, depending on what's going on in life, too far ahead is really scary and it makes it hard to breathe. Right? So what's my next best choice of what I can do to move forward in my business? I'm never going to regret learning. I remember when I was a fairly new director, and they would say, oh, you should read books and you should do this. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. I need to see faces. I need to do career copies. And I don't regret doing that. But there comes a point in time where you need to grow to be able to take care of what you've been building, right? And I feel like there needed to be a time where I really got into this growth thing. And I love learning. Oh my gosh, I love learning. I find that when you're learning new things, whether it be in business, whether it be about health, whether it be about nutrition, whether it be about trauma, whether it be about personality disorders, whether it be about all sorts of things, it makes you very interesting, right? Like there's times when, you go to a restaurant and you see a couple that's been together clearly for many, many years, and they just sit and they have nothing to talk about. And I remember Chad and I, not that long ago being at a supper and seeing, and I said, oh, look at that cute little couple. They came in holding hands, and she's just this big and he's the big tall man. And they sit down and they literally, from what I could see, said no words except for what they were ordering to the waitress. And I said to him, okay, how can we set things up so that we're never like that? And he said, we just got to keep learning. And so when you're learning and growing, you always have something to talk about. You make yourself much more relatable to other people, because in learning, you realize how much you don't know, right? And when we realize that we don't know, then we're less likely to judge others. We have more grace with others. I just love being able to understand people and understand my situation and understand the things that are going on with other people, because it just makes us, again, more relatable. It helps us to have more grace. And when you have more grace and love people where they're at, despite how they might be with you at the moment, over the long haul, it really pays off. I was really blessed this last week. I had my birthday last week, and I was almost in tears for 2 days, just because I had this outpouring of people just sending messages and cards and showing up with presents and all this love and appreciation. I've never felt so acknowledged, and just oh geez, here we go again. Just wow, this is really amazing. But my very favorite thing that happened, besides going away with my honey for the weekend, it was tied with the cards that I got from my kids. I've been in this business long enough to know that it's changed me for the good. There's been ups and downs and all around. There's been hills and valleys. There's been swamps. There's been all these things. But, at the end of every day, there's something to be learned from all of those things. I do my best not to stick myself in a period of victimhood where I'm feeling sorry for myself, but rather, what can I learn from this so that I can be better next time? Or what can I learn so that I'm a better communicator? What can I learn so that I don't have that icky feeling, or that I've made someone else feel sad? It's just that period of learning. And I think the thing that I'm really seeing showing up now that I've been in the business this long is that my kids are different because of it. The cards I got from them proved to me that my kids know how to celebrate the character in someone, to really acknowledge people for who they be, rather than just, you're a great mom. It was like specifics about how you care for others. Um, you give me advice and you let me talk. You let me be who I need to be. You never judge me. Um, it was just like, it was so good. And so I encourage you in all ways in our business right now. I encourage you to be brave. I encourage you to be bold. I encourage you to treat other people as you want to be treated. I encourage you to do as Mary Kay said and treat everybody as though they're wearing a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important. I encourage you to meet people where they're at. If they tell you, you know what, I just don't wear makeup and I just need some good skincare so that I can have great skin, then just show them that. I encourage you to get together sometimes with people, even when you're thinking there's zero hope of any sales coming out of it, and be with others. I encourage you to give gratitude. I encourage you to do all you need to do. Turn off the news, get in front of people, let you come through, be the powerful you that you are. We've got a great opportunity here. We're in the best time to be doing this for so many reasons. And I just want you to know that we've got a great product. We've got an excellent business. You've got mentors that you can reach out to. You've got people that will kick you in the pants when you need it. And we all truly believe in you and everything that's ahead of you, and that you can have all you want here. But you will have to get outside your comfort zone. You will have to admit that sometimes you've been wrong. You will have to do things that don't feel great in the moment, but they're worth it. We believe in you. You can do this. Go out there and get them, girls. And that's all I got to say about that. All right. Have a great day, everyone, and take care.